Okay everyone, welcome back finally to the Long Dark Survival mode. Yes, it has been a while, I do apologise, things have got incredibly busy, but I am back, I am in survival, and I am hoping that I can continue and do some really good stuff with this playthrough. Now, I know what I've done in the past. When I've left a playthrough for quite some time, I've just gone, sod it, let's start a new one. I'm not doing that this time. This is exactly the game that we were playing all those weeks and however long it's been since I last posted a video on this. It is the same one. We are picking up where we left off, exactly where we ended the previous video. The only thing is, I haven't watched it and I can't remember where we were. I can't remember what we were doing or where we were going next or what I said we were going to do. So ignore everything I said in the last video if you're watching the playthrough all the way through and we get to this point. Ignore everything I said in the last video because we're not probably going to be doing that because I've not watched it back and I have no idea what I said I was going to do. So we're going to start on a completely fresh track with a completely fresh video. A couple of other things that you will probably notice. I'm back, the webcam is back, the video is back in the corner so you can see me and what we're doing. You can see my new surroundings as well that we're in. We have artwork on the walls, we have shelves on the walls, we have all sorts of things. A few familiar things as well are here. In our new house, which I've actually been in, or we've been in for about 6 months or so now. We've actually been here for quite some time, but this is the first time we put the webcam back on, so I'm going to go with that. There's also going to be some new graphics on the screen. You'll see underneath the webcam there a day counter, so you know where we are in the playthrough. You can see how many days or what day that we are on. So, just in order to get that on the screen, let's just drop into the journal and we will see that we are indeed on day 14. So we are on day 14 in this Long Dark playthrough. That's where we are right now. So, what are we going to do? Well, picking up from where we left off, we still have this intestinal parasites affliction. We've still got some 3 doses of our medication to take. I am fairly sure, as it's midday in game, which you can't see now because that's hidden behind me, we are at midday, so I'm pretty sure that at the end of the last video I took my dose for this day. So we'll tip over through the night and then we'll take another dose. We'll just treat that as a routine thing, we'll get rid of it. I know at the end of the, or certainly where we were up to in the playthrough, we obviously were in camp office, and we have brought back various things, and I think I'd actually crafted some boots. Had I done that? Had I crafted them? Yes! We had finished crafting our deerskin boots, and they are brand new. I think I've trotted outside in them once. So, we're actually pretty good for that. We've still got some more bits and pieces to do here. We have some hides and some things curing, so that's all good. We've got some saplings, so they've already cured actually, so that's all cool. That's cured, that's not cured, that's all cured, it's curing. So yeah, we're in good shape. I am just trying to remind myself where we were at. We were doing pretty well with firearms. We've got a rifle. I'm pretty sure we've got the revolver as well, which I'm probably carrying. Yep, so we've got that, although we've only got 2 rounds left for it. We have a rifle, so we can go hunting. We have cleaning kits to maintain everything. We've got lots of cooking pots and lots of things lying around. So we're in pretty good shape in this particular playthrough. We're only 14 days in. I think what I was intending to do was potentially try and get to one of the other regions. I was starting to think we've pretty much exhausted Mystery Lake, which these days happens earlier and earlier because we're so used to Mystery Lake. We explore it very, very quickly. So we are pretty much exhausted Mystery Lake. There isn't very much more in here that we haven't already looked at. So I think what we were thinking of doing was trying to pull together our clothing resources, gather some nice resources and go exploring. I'm tempted to go to Milton. I am tempted to go to Milton because it's nice and easy to get to. We can get up to Trapper's Cabin, we can sort of base ourselves there, and we can get ourselves over to Milton. We can raid that quite easily and come back here. So I think that might be what I'm going to think about doing right now. Food-wise, we're in pretty good shape. Most of that food is deer meat. It's upstairs. Now, the only slight problem, of course, is taking that we're going to attract wolves. That's something we've got to think about. Water-wise, we're okay as well, and obviously we can do that as we go along. So I think what I'm going to do, I am going to pull together some resources. I'm going to see what I've got. I'll get myself a nice travelling kit together, and then we're going to head off out towards Trapper's Cabin, and then we'll head over to Milton. That is the plan. So, bear with me. I am just going to go through all of my inventory that I've got scattered around Camp Office, and I'm going to gather together a nice little travelling kit, and then we shall get ourselves moving to Trapper's Cabin. Okay, so I have done a little bit of preparation. What I've actually done is sorted out my supplies. I've swapped a few bits of kit around. I have cooked the rest of the raw meat that we had stored, and I have actually slept through the night. So it's now the following morning, so we're now on day 15. And we're going to be heading to Trapper's Cabin and then on to Milton, and that is the plan for this in-game day. I've also taken my parasite medication for today, so we've got 2 more of those left to go. So let's get going. We are a little bit smelly because we are carrying a few bits of meat with us. I'm actually going to eat some of this. I'm going to eat it all because we can manage our hunger in the long dark, unlike Don't Starve. Right, so what I've done is I've swapped my hatchet. The one I had was quite low condition. The one I had spare was better, so I've just swapped it around so I've got the better one. And I've done that as well with the sewing kit. I've also picked up lots of tinder plugs. I've swapped my recycled cans that I had in my inventory for one of the spare cooking pots, so we can make bigger batches of water. I've picked up some water, all the food we've got. I'm going to leave the rifle. I'm not planning on hunting while I'm over there, so I'm not going to bother taking that. Plus, we might find one when we get there. And I've picked up some accelerant because I did have a problem lighting the fire when I was doing my cooking upstairs. So I'm going to take some accelerant with me just in case. And I've also made sure I've got enough antibiotics to complete the course that I need to take, so we don't get caught out by that. So, let us go. Hopefully the weather's alright. I haven't actually looked. So we're going to head outside. That's not too bad. That's travelable. And an opportunity to show you something else that I wanted to bring in, which is the map. So you've got a better idea of where I am when I'm sort of moving about the game world. So the map that I'm going to start putting on screen will show you where I am. And I might also occasionally put on there the pathway that I'm taking to where I'm going. So hopefully that'll just help you just keep up with where we are in the game world if you're not so familiar with it. So let's pick up some sticks as I go. Oh, great start. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to go straight to Brave Sir Robin. Oh, another one. Awesome. Excellent. This is going really well. I'm just going to keep running at this point. Okay, my sprint is now depleted and they are still on my track, which is not good. I'm just going to keep going. I'm taking a slightly different route to the way I normally take. It shouldn't catch up with me if I just keep moving at my normal pace. I think I've lost one of them. I only have one left. I was kind of hoping to get to Milton in one day, but I have a feeling that might not happen now because I'm probably going to have to rest in Trapper's Cabin before I can make the climb that getting to Milton involves. Okay, as we pass through Deadfall, obviously the wolf is still on our tail. That wolf will remain on our tail basically until it either catches up with us, which will only happen if I stop, or until we outrun it and get away from it. That's basically how wolf stalking behaviour works. Or until we go somewhere where it can't follow us. But that's unlikely to happen. The wolves can go pretty much anywhere in the map. Okay, so obviously with the new spraying mechanics, we are at spraying risk here. I've taken this slightly perilous route, which I'm sort of... The reason I've done it is I want to be fairly direct to Trapper's Cabin. I'm sort of hoping I can get to Trapper's Cabin in one swoop. So I've kind of taken a different route. Okay, so I'm now going to do a bit more sprinting, see if we can get a bit further away from this wolf. Hopefully we don't pop over a crest and find the bear, because that would just be a bad, bad day. Instead of just a bad day. So it's a slightly more direct route than the route I normally take, as you can probably see. So you know from my past exploits I tend to go across the top. And the reason for that is just pure bear avoidance. That's the only reason I do it. But this time, because I have a wolf on my track, I thought I'd go for the more direct route. Plus, it's less sprain risky than my traditional route as well. My traditional route's very, very sprain risky. Okay, so we just stay calm. And we're clear of the wolf. Spot on. So, we're now in Trapper's cabin. We need to just try and sort ourselves out a little bit. We haven't left very much in Trapper's cabin. In fact, I don't think I left anything in here, if I recall. I might have left a kind of emergency cache. Nope, I haven't left anything in here at all. Awesome. I thought I'd left a bit of an emergency cache in here, but apparently I didn't. Oh, I didn't bother going in the safe. Ah, well, never mind. Yeah, it's all empty. Okay, so we are getting a bit thirsty. We'll just drink some water. We've got quite a bit of water on us. Now, our fatigue level has dropped quite a bit. We're going to need that to get us up the rope to get into Milton. So, what I'm tempted to do is just sleep just for 2 hours. That's going to do two things for us. Firstly, it's going to improve our fatigue level, which obviously we're going to need when we get to Milton, but it's also going to hopefully cause the wolf to go away, because I've now obviously got to get back out again past where the wolf now is, so hopefully that will cause the wolf to wander off. Hopefully, anyway. I'm not really in the mood to have a wolf encounter, though I do have a revolver with a couple of rounds in it, so I could use the revolver if all else fails. Obviously, we want to head for the cave. Ooh, that's quite nice weather. I remember where the cave is. It's up here, isn't it? It's been a while. It's been a while. Yes, it's over there. Quite nice weather out here. Wolf has obviously wandered away. Hopefully he's not wandered over here. That would be a bad day. Yeah, it feels like 0. It's not even below freezing out here. It's quite nice travelling weather right now. Okay, so this is the cave. I'm going to grab some sticks. Firewood being quite heavy, I haven't brought very much of it with me. Plus, I didn't actually have that much of it in the in camp office anyway. So I'll pick it up as we go. So let's head into the cave. And I'm going to leave Mystery Lake. I can't remember how long this cave is. Or what else there is in here. Okay, so while we're walking through the cave, let's go through a few other bits of Long Dark news that I'm aware of. Firstly, we have now got a release date for the next episode of Wintermute, October the 22nd. Now, today is October the 9th, so it's sort of a couple of weeks ahead. I am intending, of course, me standing here talking has resulted in me getting lost. That's pretty awesome. Hang on a second. I have actually got myself lost, haven't I? Oh, I have done well here in my mission to get to Milton. I have got lost already. It's all going swimmingly. Right, that's where we came in. Retrace steps, try that again, pay a bit more attention this time. Yeah, so we've got, we have finally got a release date for Wintermute, the next episode, which is the one with Astrid, 22nd of October. So I am going to be playing quite a lot of, I used to confused. Is this where we have to climb up? Do we have to crouch and, whoops, not to go into the clothing menu. Do we have to crouch? So we have to... there we are. Is this right? Is this right? This isn't right, is it? Oh, tell me I'm not now stuck. I can't remember. I honestly, genuinely cannot remember. I think I am. Right, hang on. Let's. Is this it? Is this really obvious passageway that I completely missed? The way to go. You can tell how long it's been since I've been through here. You can tell how long it's been, and I'm talking at the same time, getting distracted. Okay, so yeah, so I am going to be making quite a lot of videos for Wintermute. My intention is to try and get those all out as quickly as I can. So as soon as it releases, I'm going to start going. So the week after it releases midweek. Obviously, I'm at work, so it's going to be the following week before any videos appear for Wintermute episode 3. But hopefully they will do, and hopefully I can get them all out nice and quick. So that is Long Darky news. Other things I'm working on at the moment, I have been working on a tutorial series for the Long Dark. I want to try and pass on the knowledge that I have of playing the game. So I've got new players coming in, particularly with the new episode of Wintermute coming out. If you want to get into the game, if you've never played it before, I am planning on getting a tutorial series out there. A few of those have already been made. I'm trying to do them a little bit more in depth and a little bit more professionally, shall we say, than I did with my last one. I do have a tutorial series for the Long Dark already on my channel if you want to go and look for it, but that was based on a much earlier version of the game, and things have changed since then. So I'm remaking it, but I'm also remaking it in the hope I can make it a little bit more useful for you. So that is on the cards as well. Once again, I'm not properly paying attention to what I'm doing, so I could be going back the way I just came. And that wouldn't surprise me either. I don't think I am. I think I am going in a fresh direction. Yes, because there is an exit. Yeah, so that's on the cards as well. So I'm going to be bringing out some tutorials, and I'm going to be doing a bit more tutorial content for different games as well. That's something that I am going to start doing. I've been thinking which direction to take this channel in. We may as well turn this into a bit of a vlog as we're walking between areas. I've been thinking about what direction to take this channel in. Obviously, I'm not very good at keeping up with regular content because life is very busy. That's what happens when you're a bit older. When you're not a kid and you have no responsibilities, when you have mortgages and you have work and you have responsibilities, life gets so busy you just don't have the time to do this stuff. So I want to try and build this back up again and do something just because it's fun. No other reason. But I want to try and do something consistent and professional. So I've been trying to think about what direction to take this channel in. I think I'm going to start pushing it. I'm going to stick with the open world survival games. We're going to be doing Long Dark, obviously, because it is my favourite game. Potentially a few other open worldy games as well. One of those is going to be Minecraft. We actually have a Minecraft joint game, which we're planning to do. Me and one of my friends whose content I have featured on this channel before. We're going to be doing a joint Minecraft game. So I'm hoping to get my first video of that. She's already started. But I'm hoping I can get my first video out with that fairly soon, and we can try and be consistent with that. I'm going to try and be consistent with this, and I want to try and introduce some guest and retro games. So I'm going to try and simplify things a little bit. I'm going to stick to 2 videos a week, mixing up exactly what content gets published when. I don't want to overdo it because I know full well that I'm not going to be able to keep up with unrealistic schedules. I just can't make videos fast enough. I don't have the time. So I'm going to be focusing on tutorials, focusing on the Long Dark, focusing on Minecraft, and some guest and retro games. So that's what I'm going to do. 2, maybe 3 videos a week. depending on how I can figure out the schedules. I'm always going to have one Long Dark playthrough going, which is probably going to be a survival mode playthrough. When we have a Wintermute, I'm going to try and do some joint stuff with that, so there may well be 2 releases on the same day, one Wintermute, one survival. Oops, I've now gone encumbered, so I'm not going to gather any more of those. And then we'll try and do the retro games and the guest games. So I was going to be doing both simultaneously. I'm now just going to be doing one or the other. And also the Minecraft one. So possibly 3 videos a week. Or 3 days of releases, but different videos. And I'm going to try and adjust the way I film as well. So that I always have a nice stack of content that I can get out. So that's the plan. I'm going to try and be a bit more consistent with things. It's just unfortunate that things get busy. My job these days is on the road quite a bit. I used to try and film at lunchtimes when I used to be able to get home at lunchtime. When I worked, I lived in Stafford where I work, and I was able to get home at lunchtime. I used to do some filming at lunchtimes. Now I live in the next town. It takes me too long to get home, so I don't have that option, and all this kind of good stuff, and there's a lot of other things as well. So hopefully we can get back on track and I can keep this channel going. I'm also concentrating on a lot of my other content for my other channels as well, to trying to grow those. So plenty of stuff going on, keep us busy. Hopefully I can build this back up again and we can just have some fun. That's the only thing. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to become a big YouTube star. I have no aspirations for that at all. So I don't care if nobody watches these videos. I do it for fun. That's the only reason I do it. So, oops, I've already said I'm encumbered, which means I can't use the rope. So, yeah, bear with me. I think I'm going to have to drop some stuff, or eat some stuff. That might be a more efficient way of getting out of this problem. Let's eat some stuff. We're not very far over, so if I just eat a few cattails, hopefully that will drop me back below my encumberment limit. And it will give me some calories as well, which is always a bonus. Okay, if I drink as well, I might have to eat something a bit heavier. I haven't got much food, that's my only concern. Okay, I'm going to have to eat some of this. There we go, that gets us under our encumberment limit. So now we can use the mountaineering rope. I'm going to get rid of the gun as well right now. I think this area below us is not safe. I was about to say is relatively safe from wolves. That's a lie. There's one down there. So if I go down the rope now, I'm heading straight into that. So that's not a good thing. Oh, I'm sure I used to camp there and it was relatively safe. Because this is the problem with this region. To get into it, we've got to go down this rope, and then we've got to go up the rope the other side. Is that a cave down there? I don't think it is. I've got to go down this rope, but then I have to climb back up the rope on the other side. And that's where I'm thinking I'm going to be a little bit fatigued, and I'm going to have a bit of a problem. Midday, temperatures above freezing. I am tempted just to have a little sleep up here, knowing that it's pretty safe up here. Again, in the hope that wolf will clear a little bit. And it'll just get my fatigue back up so that I can get up the rope the other side without too much of a problem. That's my hope anyway. I might just do another hour. I should have done 2 hours there, really. Okay, so what my plan is for this next bit, I'm going to go down the rope, I'm going to run across, and then I'm going to go up the rope the other side so I can avoid the wolf. That's the plan. We shall see with great interest if this works. It probably won't, and I'll end up in a wolf struggle. So let's break that out. Ready. I'm on the rope. Down we go. Going down ropes uses less energy than going up them. Obviously, that makes sense. You've got gravity on your side, so I'm not too worried about going down. It's going up the other side I'm worried about. Okay, particularly if I have to sprint. So let's break the gun out. Okay, so we know there's a wolf around here somewhere. I am prepared for a tussle. I am prepared for a tussle. So I'm not... I'm prepared, but I don't want it to get me by surprise. I'd rather see it coming and be able to at least try and fend it off. I'd rather use a round in my revolver now and avoid a scuffle, but I'm ready for it. There we go. There he is, or she. Just don't know where. I'm either walking towards it or walking away from it, one or the other. Really hoping it's away from it. Must be, yes, it's behind us. Okay, so what I'm going to do... Sorry, rabbit. I'm going to walk towards the rabbit. This is where it's a little tricky, because what I kind of want to do is tempt the wolf to go after the rabbit, but not scare the rabbit off. Oh, drat. Oh, we've got a couple of rabbits. Oh, they've run. They've run away. I was kind of trying to tempt the wolf to go after the rabbits, not after me. Okay, if they come back this way, that tactic might work. Please tell me I've not walked off down the wrong way while I was walking backwards. I don't think I have. I think the rope's this way. Yes, there we go. That tactic worked. Sorry about that, bunny. That kept me out of harm's way. Okay, so I'm hoping I've got enough energy to get up this rope. It's quite a long rope. I'm really hoping we can do this. I'm just going to have to be prepared in case I can't. Okay. I have had this problem before where I've run out of energy and fallen off ropes, so... Oh, come on, we can do this, come on. We're almost at the top. We're almost there, come on, we can do this. I know we are slightly fatigued, come on. Come on, come on. Don't run out, no, don't run out, please. We're there. Come on, we're there. Come on. We can do this. We can do it. Come on. Talk about living on the edge. Right. Okay. We've done it. We have exhausted ourselves, but we have done it. Yeah, we need to rest. I'm heading for the hut. I'm heading for the hut. We actually hit our encumberment limit halfway up the rope. That's what got us there. Because our fatigue was dropping. We actually became encumbered halfway up the rope. That's what nearly had us. Yeah, we're fully whacked now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna take shelter in the hut. I know we're okay, we're safe in here. Wolves will not come in. We have a bed we can make use of. We've got some crates that we can use to break down to make some firewood. So I'm gonna do that. It's actually coming up to night time anyway. We've got a distress flare shell. I will take that. Even though we don't have a distress flare. Might as well take it. And we're going to break down another one of those. And then I'm going to get myself a fire started. So I'm going to use stick. I'm going to use my fire striker. I might as well use a cattail head since I've got them. I didn't realise. Oh yeah, they're the ones I collected as I was coming this way with the cattail stalks. So let's get a fire going. And then I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to bed down here. We'll go overnight. And then we'll make our way into Milton proper. But that is going to be it for this video if that fire had lit, which it didn't. So hang on. Let's try this again. Fire striker. Stick, whatever gives me the best chance of this thing lighting. I'd rather not use my accelerant if I can avoid it. But I am hoping we'll find a lot of these resources again while we're in Milton, so... Come on. Yeah, when it gets that far, it's usually good. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give myself a pretty decent fire here. Because it is going to drop below freezing in this hut. That's something we've got to remember. Because we are not in a proper indoor location. So I'm going to need to give myself a pretty decent fire. So that's a 3.5 hour. That should do us for the moment. And that is going to be it for this video. So thank you so much for joining me again for some more Long Dark. And as I say, I am hoping we can keep going with this and we'll get ourselves back on track. I know I always say this, but this time, hopefully we really can. So, yeah, please like and subscribe to the channel. Keep an eye open for some more Long Dark content. Keep an eye open for those tutorials as well. And of course the Minecraft content that's going to be coming up. So they're the 2 games we're going to be focusing on. And some guest games and some retro stuff as well. But until next time, I'm the Photo Gamer. Thank you so much for joining me, and I shall see you again very, very soon.